Is wholesaling real estate easy? That's today's show. Let's dive into it. Hey everyone, I'm Clayton Morris, longtime real estate investor. I'm a buy and hold real estate investor. I buy real estate, I hold it so that it cash flows for me every month. Jerry Norton, he's a flipping master. He flips houses and makes great money every time he flips a house. So the two of us are collaborating, coming together to talk real estate and whether or not wholesaling is easy. And getting started, it's how you started. It's how I started in real estate investing, going out finding deals and putting together contracts and making a quick few dollars. Is it difficult? Is it easy?
Well, it's definitely easier,
right, than fixing and flipping what you do.
Yeah, than a lot of strategies because you're in, you're out really quickly. You're not investing a whole lot into it. So it's easier than almost all other real estate strategies, especially when you're new and you're just getting started. It's a great way for someone to just get into real estate is with wholesaling.
Right.
That's for sure.
So how long did it take you to learn your skills as a flipper, getting into the properties, identifying what types of product, materials you're going to put into a property? I mean, we're coming up upon a property here, which if I'm just starting out, this is going to scare the heck out of me.
Very intimidating.
Right. Because if you're wholesaling a house next door, that's one thing. But if I'm going to do this project, holy smokes. I mean, this is a different animal here, right?
Yeah, and that's the great benefit of wholesaling is you stay away from all of the fix-up side of the business and the funding side of the business. You don't have to get funding and you don't have to manage contractors and do rehabs.
Right.
And so that's why eliminating those two big steps of funding and rehabbing just makes the whole flipping experience way easier. And you're right, when I first got started, I didn't touch a rehab for a while. I just wholesaled until I felt really comfortable. And then when I was kind of ready to do that first rehab, it was like a really light, carpet and paint type thing, just to start to transition into learning how to do bigger deals. But what I love about wholesaling is anybody with some hustle, they're willing to hustle a little bit. You can learn how to, run the numbers. You can learn how to talk to a motivated seller, and you can learn how to put a contract together. That's not real complicated.
Right.
You can start making pretty dang good money wholesaling.
Right. Yeah, you can start. I mean, my first deal I did was like $2,500 wholesaling.
Yeah.
And I was working with flippers, who would spend 6-8 months working on the property. My second deal I did was about $12,000 to $13,000. And again, I found these first two deals right off of Craigslist.
Yeah.
Just calling the for sale by owner section on Craigslist. And then the third deal I did was $43,000. Flipping a house like this, where they put a second floor on the property. Now, I didn't do a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't do a thing to the house. I found a property where they wanted to add a second floor. So I was able to get that house under contract for about $360,000. I ended up selling the contract, assigning the contract to somebody like you for about $400,000. And I didn't do any of the work.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I mean, that's so great. I mean, typically when you're looking at wholesaling, most people they're looking at, $5,000, make a quick buck or whatever. Your situation, that was an awesome deal. I've done a lot of wholesale deals that are in the 20s and 30s, and that's just awesome. The more you get in the game, the more those bigger type of wholesale deals work. But I'll tell you, there's nothing more exciting than flipping a house where you didn't have to own it, fund it, manage it, and making money.
Right.
And learning how to do that again and again. I mean, that's the goal, I think. You learn how to do it, but then you learn how to kind of do a business out of it, and you can repeat that process.
Right. And so you've actually got a great program. We'll have a link below in the description. So if you're just getting started in real estate investing, you're just getting started wholesaling, you have a whole program where you will actually buy their people's deals from them for $10,000.
Yeah, that's right. So over the past 15 years of doing this full time, I've done hundreds and thousands of flips. I know exactly what it takes to do it, and I put together really good tools and software to find the deals, analyze them, the paperwork to do the contracts, everything that someone would need to go out and find a great deal, get the contract. But I take it to the next level. You can bring that deal to me and I'll pay you $10,000 for it. So you don't even have to worry about finding a buyer. So that step's eliminated too if you want to do that.
What's great is that's one of the more difficult parts of the wholesaling journey is finding those cash buyers. It's one of the things that you want to have kind of up front. And if you know built into this that you're the cash buyer up front, $10,000, it takes a lot of the anxiety and the pain away.
So yeah, what's really time consuming and a lot of work for a lot of wholesalers is they have to go build a cash buyer list. They have to network and find all these investors in their neighborhood and their market and go to like RIA meetings and And all of that can be eliminated if you do my program where you can just bring them to me, because I'll be your buyer. So you don't have to worry about finding that buyer.
It's a brilliant program. So you're going to go out and find deals for Jerry. He'll pay you $10,000 for it. It's great. So you got to check out the other videos in this series Jerry and I have put together on how to flip houses. And we're going to be back in another video talking about the pros and cons of flipping versus buy and hold. Buy and hold is my baby. Flipping is his baby. That's coming up in the next video. So check it out.